What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to the ClearCryptos education channel. My name is T. Hobbs from the Crypto Shop. And of course, I got my man Jay Seals with me. What's going on, brother?
What's good, everybody?
Hey, guys, listen. Today on the channel, we're going to be discussing the SEC officially charging Gemini and Genesis. If you follow me over the Crypto Shop, this is not your first time hearing about this. We called this from the day FTX went down, and that weekend, Genesis and Gemini, or Genesis was saying that they might go bankrupt, and I knew something smelled fishy from that point forward. So, Justin, let's get into the article.
All right, so the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has officially charged crypto firms Gemini and Genesis for the sale of unregistered securities. The development arrives as a conflict between nearly all parties involved has escalated into a public affair. The SEC has levied the charges against both Genesis Global Capital and Gemini Trust Company, respectively. Moreover, the block reports those charges to officially be classified as the unregistered offer and sale of securities to retail investors through a Gemini crypto lending program. Two prominent crypto lending firms have been the subject of numerous headlines for much of the past few months, as Gemini and Genesis have been embroiled in a public dispute. Allegations of fraudulent activity, misleading accounting, and misguiding public statements have been thrown across both sides in the fight that came to a head this week. Now, the SEC has officially levied charges against both Genesis and Gemini for the reported sale of unregistered securities. According to the reports from the block, the United States regulator has stated that Genesis entered into an agreement in December of 2020 with Gemini to offer the latter's customers the chance to loan their crypto to Genesis. The deal would see Genesis promise to pay interest on those offered loans. Subsequently, in February of 2021, both offered the Gemini Earn program to retail investors, who then tendered their crypto to Genesis, according to the report. Within these transactions, Gemini would act as the facilitator and collect a 4.29% agent fee, according to the SEC. Genesis would then exercise discretion in how to use investors' crypto assets to generate revenue and pay interest to Gemini Earn investors. Thereafter, in November of 2022, Genesis stated it will no longer let Gemini Earn investors withdraw due to Genesis insolvency. While Genesis was still around $900 million in assets from investors, the SEC then notes that customers have not been able to withdraw their crypto, despite the Gemini Earn program shutting down earlier this month. The SEC says both Genesis and Gemini engaged in a partnership and embraced activities that constituted the charges of offering and selling unregistered securities. Although Genesis was the issuer, the official stated both parties are liable. So T. Hobbs, that was a lot of jargon, but what you got?
In a sense, Genesis tried to act like a loan shark and selling securities that they knew they couldn't cover if the market went belly up, right? We said this from the get-go. The first thing you'll see is they'll start withdrawals, right? Once they stop withdrawals, they'll blame it on the market, and then they'll go insolvent. Now the SEC is cracking down on that category by saying, well, even before the market went to crap, you were actually promising things that you could not come through with. And that's where the SEC has a problem. Them offering these unregistered securities is going to be what brings down a ton of crypto projects, because one thing I'm sure you guys have noticed in this jargon that we're reading, right? Gemini and Genesis are not the only cryptos participating in this habit. You will start to see a lot of crypto projects fold before they even get to the SEC. The more the SEC brings these cases and they win these cases, the more some of these crypto projects, the bad actors, will get out of crypto. And for the long run, it'll be better for crypto.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, crypto's got a lot of cleaning up to do, and it's starting. And I think that'll help crypto be here for the long run for sure.
Absolutely, man. But guys, tell us what you think about this story in the comments down below. Do you think Genesis and Gemini are the last to do it, the last we'll hear from the SEC, or do you think the SEC is just getting started? Otherwise, don't forget to hit the like button down on the video as well. and come on back over to the Clear Cryptos education channel. Myself and Justin will be putting out content on a regular basis. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.